this is where we left off, King Leopold and his free Congo state. So Congo Free State, Leopold became sole ruler of 30 million people with no constitution, no outline for government, no laws to limit his reign, and no international supervision. No accountability, no oversight, no one watching over what he was doing. Leopold had never even visited the Congo before. He knew nothing of its people, nothing of its past, only thoughts of the present. 3 problems for Leo, though. Most of the Congo was unmapped jungle and offered no commercial return at this point. Cecil Rhodes, one of the industrial giants and imperial powerhouses from Great Britain, he's the Diamond King from South Africa, was threatening to occupy the South Lualaba area, so threats from other imperialists. And Tipu Tip's slaving gangs were strong in the north and east parts of the Congo, so he's got problems with Africans themselves and other imperialists, especially Cecil Rhodes. Solutions. Terres vacantes. This vacant land now belonged to the state and its servants. Leo's men and his employees were encouraged to exploit it and its people. So he turns to business, and he also comes up with other business solutions. The Free State was divided into 2 zones. This is what really allowed Leo to make money, make others happy, and make money for himself. A third of the country was open to entrepreneurs from any nation who wanted to buy 10-year monopolies on items exploited from the land. So he encouraged outside investment and capital. And then Leo himself exploited the other 2/3, the domaine privé. And all the profit from this zone went directly into Leo's private pocketbook. And the money came from the rubber industry, which we're going to talk more about. More solutions. Leo addressed the British problem by murdering a chief, Missouri, of the Basin region and replacing him with a puppet that opposed the British. Leo indirectly fought a war with the Arab slavers when the 2 competing cannibalistic tribes were pitted against one another. So he was able to pit people against each other. The tribe Leo supported won in a war of unbelievable brutality. Atrocities. Each region of Leo's territory was forced to produce a certain quota of rubber and ivory. So used for tires, bikes, and cars are exploding at this time, or about to. There's a great need for rubber, and ivory is used in the production of many goods. Ivory comes from the tusk of elephants, so at this time there's a mass slaughter of elephants in the region as well. Africans were used as slave labor in the rubber plantations, so he lied. Instead of eliminating slavery, he created a new form of slavery. More atrocities. To enforce rubber quotas, the amount needed, the force publique was called in. Nominally, these are policemen, but really mostly cannibals from the Lualaba. So there was a cannibalistic tribe, and they tortured, flogged, took hostages, raped, burned villages. So he uses the people against themselves. They also took human hands as trophies to show that they were doing everything they could to meet the quotas. I'll show a short video after this that demonstrates this. And remember, the world doesn't know. Okay, these things are kept secret, or else there would have been a humanitarian outcry by the other European nations and the United States. And we get to that right now. International response. As word of the atrocities leaked out, other nations began to notice. In 1902, a book called The Heart of Darkness was published. And this revealed King Leopold and his disgusting business practices and tendencies in the Congo. In 1904, the Casement Report, named after the man who published it, Casement, was published, and that detailed the atrocities in the Belgian Congo. In 1905, the Belgian Parliament, after investigation, forced Leo to set up an independent commission to investigate the abuses. So the Belgian government becomes more involved, and the Belgian parliamentary government becomes more involved in oversight of their king and what he's doing in the Congo. This begins his downfall. Leo's empire by 1905 is beginning to crumble. The Belgian Commission confirmed Casement's report in every damning detail. After 2 years of international debate, the Belgian parliament finally agreed to formally annex the Congo Free State, took over its administration from King Leopold. It remained a Belgian territory, but Leopold was stripped of the Congo, but he got to keep all the profits he made. So essentially, the king was slapped on the wrist, told to get out, but his legacy is what remains. Why did he get away with it? A couple of things: political, economic, and social factors. The times, everyone's doing it. Imperialism. There's no oversight. There was no constitution. They went in, European powers, established new forms of government, not acknowledging the old forms. So it was political and economic domination, essentially. People didn't know the true extent. He had to hide the truth from the world, or else there would have been someone to stop him, hopefully. Support of the home country, Belgium. Nationalism and capitalism were two driving factors. He's making bank. He's making a lot of money. He's returning that into the economy of Belgium. So back home, Belgium benefits. So these are political, again, and economic factors. Social factors. Social Darwinism. He's going in and making promises and lies. He's going to end slavery, bring Christian values, and promotes a higher civilization for these people of Africa. But the reality was much different. I'm going to show you a short 2-minute video, and that'll be the end of our study of the Belgian Congo.
Four heads deeper into the Congo now for the tale of a shockingly cruel Belgian king and his quest for rubber and wealth. With some scenes that may upset some viewers, Storyville presents White King, Red Rubber, Black Death.
When a series of missionary photographs arrived in England in the late 19th century, they caused outrage. The mutilations had been strategically photographed against white for maximum impact. The children came from the Congo, but the man accused of their suffering was white, European, and royal. For almost 100 years, evidence has lain dormant of one of the greatest mass murders. Millions of Africans died in one man's quest for wealth and glory. Until Adolf Hitler arrived on the scene, the European standard for cruelty was set by a king. Leopold II, King of the Belgians, was the personal owner of 1 million square miles of Central Africa and king sovereign of 20 million Africans. In the 1880s and 90s, the world outside Africa wanted rubber for its new bicycle and car industries, and Leopold's Congo Free State had the world's largest supply of wild rubber. The king had struck gold, black gold. He was determined to get as much rubber to Europe as he could, and as fast as he could. The rubber in this district has cost hundreds of lives.
Well, I'm going to stop right there. If you're interested, search White King, Red Rubber, Black Death. It's an hour and 45-minute documentary. That is it for today. Make sure that you finish the the review, and enjoy your day. Yup. Okay. Pause. Nope. It's not what I want to do. Wow. Struggle's real.